Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them?
And we are back, and we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today's video. Go ahead and hit that like button. You know, that thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. You know it's going to be another excellent video. Now, y'all, today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Karen Bass. She is the mayor of Los Angeles, and right now she's having a rough go of it. So if you take a look at this video, you're going to see on the left-hand side, you see Karen Bass. Someone is asking her questions, and she's like stuck. She's like, she doesn't say anything. We're going to get the audio from that shortly. On the right-hand side, now this is a video that I edited. So on the right-hand side, what you're seeing is an aerial view of the city of Los Angeles. I actually think this is Pacific Palisades, which was burning at the time, y'all. So there's been some controversy as to whether this is even Los Angeles and whether she's responsible for all of these areas that have been burning. How much of the responsibility is hers? We're going to get into all of that shortly. But I just wanted to bring this up because this is another one of our major city officials who's under fire right now and who's controversial because people are saying that she's only there for a particular reason. And I bet you can guess why that is. People are saying that she's there because of a D, an E, and an I. So we're going to talk about that here shortly as well. Now, what we're going to do first is just to give some context, we're going to shoot into a quick call between Karen, who I believe was just recently elected at the time, and former President Barack Obama. This was in 2022 when she was getting congratulated by Big B. So we're going to shoot into this so you can just get a little bit of a sense.
How you doing, Karen?
I am doing great. It's so exciting to see you.
Well, it is good to see you. I just finished a rally here in Georgia
I know.
for the Democrats here, Stacey Abrams,
Yep.
Raphael Warnock.
Yep.
But I wanted to make sure I took some time out to talk to you personally, just to say how proud I am of your campaign,
Oh,
and to just let you know that, you know, you were there early for me when I ran for president.
always.
You've always been on the right side of the issues that we care so deeply about.
Thank you.
And I'm confident you're going to be an outstanding mayor of LA.
Oh,
So-
thank you so much.
You know, but as you know, you got to run through the tape. So you got a
Exactly.
little more work to do.
Exactly.
But I'm really proud of you and grateful for your friendship. More importantly, grateful for the service you've rendered all these years and all the stuff you're going to do in the future.
Well, thank you so much. Your support means the world to me, and it means the world of Los Angeles. Thank you so much.
Love you. Love you.
Okay.
So y'all, there you have it. And one thing I want to point out real quick, y'all, in our videos, you know, sometimes or maybe oftentimes people will talk about DEI this, DEI that. And listen, you want to speculate who's DEI, who's in their position due to DEI, who isn't. That's up to you. I don't have a problem with it. But let's at least use the terminology correctly. Whenever somebody wins an election, by default, that cannot be DEI, at least in my opinion. The reason why is DEI would be you get a position or you get an opportunity to get a position due to a diversity, equity, and inclusion type of policy at a company or governmental agency or whatever the case may be. If you win an election, that is the people, they are selecting you. Now, they may select you based on whatever criteria the people want to select you based on, but you're not getting any favoritism by a department head or by a HR or an admissions board. That's where DEI could possibly come in. You can't get DEI on an election. So as it relates to Miss Bass, she won the election. That's not DEI. So y'all, let's use that term properly. All right. Now, with that said, is she doing a good job? Is she doing a good job in her position? Let's take a look as the fires were raging, y'all. As the fires were raging, now we're going to take a look at that interview that we alluded to earlier. It's not really an interview because she didn't reply, but we're going to take a look at how she handled the situation.
Bye.
Madam Mayor, David Blevins from Sky News in the UK.
I'm not going to
Where fire chiefs say that they're really stretched to the limit and running out of water. What have you got to say to that? Have you no response to that?
She looks like she's trying to get away by any
for being
means
absent while their homes were
necessary, by
burning.
all means possible.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this?
So y'all, this is not good. I mean, I literally thought at first that this was like a deep fake or a parody or something. I didn't think this was real, but this is real. So this does not inspire confidence at all.
Disaster. No apology for them. Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
So there you have somebody telling them to go around. No comment. Seems like she wants to run away. You know. Now, I'm not saying she's not doing her thing. I'm not saying she's not leading. I'm not saying that. But this doesn't look good. It's a bad optic.
Madam Mayor, let me ask you just again, have you anything to say to the citizens today as you return?
No. Ma'am, hold on 1 second.
Madam Mayor, just a few words for the citizens today as you return to deal with the catastrophe.
Can you take this down?
Terrible optic. But again, does that mean she wasn't doing her job? Does that mean that she wasn't on top of things? Meaning, when I say on top of things, I mean once she got back from Ghana, right? So also another terrible optic that you're away in a foreign country that presumably has nothing to do with your state, with your city. When this whole thing pops off, you're nowhere to be found. But you rush home, and then you get this reporter who jams a microphone in your face and you don't want to even acknowledge his existence. It doesn't look good, okay? So I'm the first person to say it. That doesn't mean she hadn't already been on the phone. That doesn't mean she wasn't making arrangements, but it doesn't look good. So for everybody who's criticizing her, listen, you want to play in the big boy with the big boys and the big girls in politics, and then people are upset when you get criticized. No, you're going to get criticized. You're going to get criticized. You signed up for this. Let's not say people should be in a position and then they can't get criticized. Heck yeah, they can. Now, if we say the criticism isn't fair, well, you know what? This is politics. Like this, politics, big business, these are some of the most unfair aspects of society. This is where the big boys and the big girls go to play and to make a name for themselves and hopefully help the people. And when they aren't doing a good job, they get just tremendous and devastating criticism. And so she could have helped herself a lot right here by making a statement, by being compassionate, by saying we're on top of things, by saying I'm rushing home right now to be with my people, by saying some of the things that she had done in the meantime to try to help ameliorate whatever problems were happening. But instead, she looked like she was trying to run. It looked like she was trying to hide. And that just doesn't play well. That's what it looked like. I'm not saying that's what she was doing, but that's what it looks like. But you know what? She does have her defenders. She has her defenders. And so we're going to take a look right now at a couple of her defenders who I respect. Okay? You have your detractors. You have your defenders. So we're going to take a look at them, a couple of them right now.
And she's got a spine of steel.
Yes.
And she's also been a black woman in America a very long time. So none of this is new to her. We're mad because we're tired of it.
We're mad
tired
for her.
But we're mad for her. And we're going to stand. Listen, I don't know how you here, but I'm happy you're here. Because somebody needs to say.
To stand, behind her and support her. Because how she handling it, you can see it in her face. She stays calm. But think about this. She has the city to take care of. She does not have time to hear from these reporters.
She is also not mayor of every municipality in California.
Yes.
There are people that are mad that she didn't fix the fires in Malibu. She's not the mayor of Malibu.
You're right.
What is she supposed to do in a city she's not the mayor of?
People don't understand.
And let me say this too. I could imagine how much it would hurt to see this happening in the city that she loves. That's first. So take away how it feels for people to attack her. She's heartbroken because this is happening in her city, a city that she loves.
And the people don't understand. They don't understand how large it is, because a lot of people are sitting in other parts of the city. They're not in it. They're not in the fire. They're not in the smoke. They don't see. They're not there. They're watching TV. Why? And they want to blame someone. This is not the time to blame. It's time to get some resources. She has reached out far. We have planes coming in from other countries to help us.
So is that right? It's not the time to blame? I don't agree with that. You do blame people while things are ongoing, hoping that they will change their ways and change their reactions. Now, is it the time to replace her? Is it the time to have withering criticism that might stifle her ability to reply or to respond? No. So you do blame while the event is unfolding, but you don't blame to the point where you want to hamper somebody's ability to change course and to do the right thing. So I don't totally agree that this is not the time to blame. It is the time to blame, but only in a constructive way, not in a destructive way.
This is not the time. I need everybody to remain calm, be vigilant, support the leadership, support Karen Bass. That's all I can say. You cannot, this is not the time. Ooh, y'all done got me upset.
She's had a great response so far to the fires.
Absolutely a great. She has done what she's had to do. She's jumped in there, and she's got.
We have fires every year, and I don't remember in the 30 years almost that I've lived in LA, I've never seen everybody react like this to the mayor and blame one person for a natural disaster.
Yes.
I've never seen it. Now, what's different this time? Interesting, isn't it?
You said that. Amen, sister.
That's also not true. She's not the only one who's been blamed. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, has been blamed probably more than Karen Bass. The fire chief and the water management chief have also been blamed. So I get where they're coming from. I see the line that they're trying to draw in the sand, but I don't agree with it. It's certainly not the case that Karen Bass is the only person who's been blamed, not by a long shot. Anybody and everybody who can be blamed in California in this area has been blamed. Karen Bass, the fire chief, the water management chief, the insurance companies, the governor of the state, Gavin Newsom, they've all been blamed at this point. And they don't all fit one demographic mode. They're not all women. They're not all men. They're not all individuals, because you have the insurance companies who've been blamed. You have straight people. You have, all different types of orientation. So yeah, the blame has really run the gamut of pretty much all different types of people and groups in this situation. So I don't agree with this, y'all. So is Karen Bass to blame, y'all? That is the question of this video. And my answer to that is, listen, first of all, I'm not a Californian, so that is really going to be a question for Californians to decide. But from the outside looking in, y'all, it looks like this is another systemic failure in the United States of America, of which I've seen many, of which you've seen many, and we will see many more. So it's not fair to just blame her, but she has to assume some of the blame because she is part of the leadership. So that's my take on it, y'all. I would like to hear what y'all have to say. Please do comment. Be respectful, though, people. Be respectful. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you back in the next one. Appreciate y'all watching.